Greetings from Team Salcit. My name is Venkat Yechuri and I'm the CEO of Salcit Technologies. I'm very excited to bring to you our product Swaasa. Swaasa stands for breath in Sanskrit, and that's why we chose the name, because what we are trying to do is we are trying to provide for a way to be able to do lung assessments and tell people about respiratory health, right? So Swaasa is a simple, easy to use mobile app that can be used by anyone, anywhere, and it's backed up by a AI platform on the cloud. Before we get into the details of Swaasa, let me just talk quickly about why we chose to address this problem and why we think it's an important problem to address. The Forum for International Respiratory Societies in 2013 called out that the big five respiratory diseases, that is COPD, asthma, lung cancer, TB, and acute respiratory infections, have a global prevalence rate of 7 to 10%, which translates to roughly about 500 million people worldwide. The 2016 WHO stats on global leading causes of death puts respiratory diseases, death due to respiratory diseases at 10 million, which is neck and neck with death due to heart diseases. The third data point is the 2015 Lancet study, which says 50 to 70% of all hospital visits in India are for respiratory diseases, particularly the outpatient ones. So if we have to deal with a problem of this size and scope, how do we deal with this? How do we make a dent on it? The best way to tackle this is by having the ability to screen effectively, frequently, and inexpensively, diagnosing this disease, and then being able to monitor the patients who have been identified with these diseases over time. And this is exactly what Swaasa does. Swaasa is a self-administered mobile app, as I mentioned, where the patient produces a non-spontaneous or an artificial cough. We use this cough sound to analyze and then provide a lung function analysis of the patient's lung health. And all of this is done in seconds, right? And there's no need for any hardware, there's no need for any reagents, chemicals, none of that. And it's super inexpensive, and the results are available immediately. It's scaled already to be able to do tens of millions or hundreds of millions of assessments a day, right? It meets all of those requirements. Now, we've taken this and repurposed this to deal with COVID in a couple of different ways. One is, because of our where our technology is implemented, we are able to have people cough into the app and quickly tell if they have a yes/no answer to whether their lungs are normal or not normal. So this is similar to the screening of people using temperature scans at various locations for various functions, right? Various these things. The second thing is, we are of course AI based, and we are constantly able to improve on our algorithms. So right now we are on the quest for being able to determine the unique signature for people with COVID cough, which will allow us to detect both asymptomatic and symptomatic people very early on. And this will help them self-isolate and thereby help with reducing the transmission rates. So what is our special innovation, or what is it that we bring to the table? So this idea that you can take cough sounds and then arrive at lung function tests has been around for a decade and a half. What we've been able to do is not only take this, make it into a ready-to-use product, but completed clinical trials. We've got patents around this, we've got publications around this, and now it's ready to go, right? So not only this, from a market readiness standpoint, we've also made sure that we are HIPAA compliant, we are ISO 27001 certified, and by the end of this month we'll be SOC 2. We have already been approved for use as a medical device in India by CDSCO, and we are currently on the regulatory path in USA, Canada, EU, and Australia. So we've got an easy an inexpensive way to address this really large problem and address it at scale and be able to do this very, very effectively. Our results from our clinical trials say that we are in the 98% in terms of sensitivity and specificity. Thank you once again for the opportunity to talk to you and present our product to you. Thank you so much.